Good morning, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you all for being here. I'm so excited. These Mondays are been so much fun, Laura. So thank you for being here, everybody. So Laura, go ahead if you want to introduce yourself.
Hello, everybody. I'm Laura Wooster. I'm an intuitive medium. And hi, Elias. I always look forward to this. This is turning out to be really fun. I really enjoy it. So
It
not
is
that I totally expected that anyway. So
good. Good. Excellent. My name is Elias Patras. I am an intuitive educator. And a bunch of other stuff. So, but I love doing this work, and I can announce to all of you, because after I talk to Laura, I can announce to all of you if you have joined the Intuitive Circle group. Laura's going to be our guest speaker on our first day on the 28th. So we're going to talk about intuition development, so psychic development, mediumship development, and personal development. And Laura's going to talk a little bit about mediumship and the basics of mediumship. And she has a class coming up on her own that I'm excited about. And we'll talk more about that then. So let's say hello to people. Hello, Carson and Sherry. Hello, Christine. Thank you for being here. Jean, so good to see you. I know you're watching from work. Okay. Rhonda B, hello. Susan says, my two favorite people. Thank you.
Thank you, Susan.
And Delora Sparkles herself, good afternoon to the east side. Okay, good afternoon. And Maria, thanks for being here, everyone. Thanks so much for being here. So we pulled some cards for this week. And Laura, you want to go ahead?
Yeah, so for this week, I am pulling from the Wisdom of the Elders Oracle deck from Sean Leonard. Sean Leonard is a Canadian medium. And just look at the back of these cards. They're so beautiful. Look at that.
So pretty.
Isn't that gorgeous? Okay, so I did pull a card, and it's really appropriate. Well, it's appropriate anytime. The pipe ceremony, prayer. The key word is prayer. Isn't that beautiful?
Mm-hmm.
And it's a reminder. What I was looking at the meaning, and it says that if you pull this card, that it may be that you are meant to be the answers to us, the instrument for somebody else's prayers. So it's like, where can you be the answer to someone's prayers in your life? How can you be of service to others? Things like that. And it's also a reminder that we have, he indicates, the great spirit. So the source, spirit, grace, you can call it God, whatever you want to call it, whatever you'd like to term the greater power. But we have the great spirit to call upon to help us when we need it. So if anybody needs to hear that, just say a prayer, because you've got help up above. And also, you can also be the answer to a prayer, even if you're in a time when you're in a space where you feel you need a lot of prayers. Sometimes I find that we get some great opportunities during that time to be the answer to a prayer to others at the same time, which I think helps as well, to remind us that we're all connected. And on the inside of the box here, it says, we are all related.
I love that.
Isn't that beautiful?
I love that.
So which deck are you pulling from, Elias?
I am pulling from Colette Baron Reed's The Spirit Animal Oracle deck. And the card that I got today was Lion Spirit. Be generous of spirit. Just take a look at that picture. I mean, that is a proud lion. But I want you guys to know that with this card, think about it this way. Lion spirit lives within you. And the energy of a lion is almost like saying, remember that God, universe, spirit, whatever you want to say, great spirit, invested in you. And you have this ability of bringing pride to all that you do. And with knowing that God, universe, spirit is proud of us, we have to then in turn bring that out and through us, being humble with it, but also being proud in all that we do. And especially with this card, if you got, just look at the eyes. I'm going to bring this a little bit closer. Look at that eye and think about how you give freely, how you could be abundant, how you step out of the shadow, really be seen, but with humility.
Mhm.
Pride without the ego. How's that? Pride
Yeah.
without the ego is what's coming to me.
What
So,
number is that? That's great.
and I was going to say, I love the number 37.
Oh, yeah.
So 37 is a 1, but 3 and 7, very good numbers as well.
Yeah,
So there's,
this one translates 39. So, okay, cool.
yeah.
All righty. Did you watch the Grammys last night by any chance?
I did not watch the Grammys last night. I heard they were really good,
Yeah.
and I was just going to tell everybody I Netflixed a lot last night, so I was watching Fool Me Once on Netflix. If you have not watched it, go watch it. If you like crime type of like whodunit kind of a thing, oh, it's good.
It's good. Yeah, saw
Yeah,
it. Yeah, it is good.
really good.
Yeah,
Have you seen it, Laura?
I have.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, it's good.
and I love that it's in England. I just think it's really cool. It's really
Yeah, I
cool.
love a lot of the British shows. There's a really good show that we're watching season 3 now. It's called Slow Horses on Apple Plus.
Okay,
Really good. Yeah, especially
okay.
if you like British, you know, dramas and things. It's really good. Yeah.
And have you ever seen the Miranda Hart show?
I love Miranda Hart.
I
I
love
love
Miranda
yes.
Hart.
Yeah, she's wonderful.
There. All right, but that's not what you guys came here for. But hey, now you got some TV shows to watch. And good morning, Lisa Randall. Good morning. Thanks for being here. No worries. No worries. So, would anybody like an intuitive read or a card pull? And with that, I say cheers to you.
And if you have something we can focus on with your question, that would be really good. So if you have a question about work or, something like that, it's something we just need a focus point, which would be really helpful rather than just pull me a card. See what, let's see. We
Just
already did that for you.
yeah.
Yeah. So let's see who would like to have some insight for today. Are you going to use the same deck, Elias?
I think so. I think why not? Why
Okay.
not?
Great. Okay. So yeah, so going on, absolutely, yeah, we got a few people. We've got a little bit of a lag time here, so we're just waiting for people to respond to our question about. But Tracy Chapman last night. Oh my God, anybody see Tracy Chapman? I know you didn't get a chance. If you get to see it, Elias, her singing. Oh my God, I don't know where she's been. I wish she did more work because I love Tracy Chapman. Yes, please. Regarding my continuing healing work. Okay. All right, Lisa. Let's look at what we got for you. And I love your avatar. Cardinals are big for me. They're my peeps. Okay. That joke.
I love it.
Oh, interesting. Lisa, I pulled a card again from the Wisdom of the Elders Oracle deck from Sean Leonard. And the one that came up for you is Plant Nation, Herbal Medicine. Interesting. So, are you considering possibly adding something to your healing work in that way? Curious if if you're thinking about adding alternative healing modalities into your work. Just let us know. And what do you have, Elias?
I have this is interesting. I have lizard spirit, which is dream the world into being. So what do you want to get out of your healing work? What do you see and what would you like it to be? And put that forward, manifest that what that healing would be for you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the nature is calling you to work with it, work with spirit, whether it be herbal medicine, animal communication. She did mention animal communication,
Okay.
I think.
Yeah.
And yes,
Good.
yes, she did. Excellent. Good. See, yeah. Why pause anymore? That's what I keep hearing is why pause anymore? All right, Lisa, start moving forward with doing the work. Sometimes we get stuck in our own heads about, should I do this? Should I not do this? How should I do this? Do what you can right now. Okay. Do what you can, what you feel you're able to do if you want to step more into that work. And just know that taking an action step, you're actually creating momentum for that work. So keep going.
Excellent.
Right.
Carson says her music was decade ahead, and was a decade ahead. I'm sure that's what she meant. And now she's coming back with a big splash. Love Tracy Chapman.
Yeah.
Me too. Me too.
Yeah.
Delora would love to say she would like a card, please. She needs to declutter.
Me
Declutter.
too.
Ooh, that just flew right out. Oh my God. I just have to show this. I just have to show it. Delora, look at this. Time to let go.
Perfect. Groundhog is perfect for this month.
Yeah.
Groundhog.
Time to let go.
That is awesome. You
I'm
can't
just
make
gonna
this stuff
stop with
up.
that. You can't make it up. There you go. There you go.
All right. And I picked a card as well. This is a beautiful card. Ancestors, spirit guides. Ooh.
Oh, there you go.
All right.
That's pretty.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. So listen to your own, your spirit guides. Obviously, Delora, you're part of this of Elias's community here. You've been, been around him quite a bit, so and we know you're connected with your guides. So listen to what feels right for you as far as decluttering, because just tuning in, just holding on to an object and just tuning into it and just saying, it'll speak to you and say, "Let me go." Right? I've had that experience. LOL. So no shadows? What does that mean?
For the groundhog. No
Oh,
shadows.
gotcha.
Yeah, 'cause shadows is your clutter. So just get rid of it. Good. That's good. Susan says, yes, please, about financial stability.
All right, Susan, let's look that up. Yeah, it's a huge focus for you right now. Kind of tuning into her. Huh. Yeah, you're like right in between something right now, Susan, about kind of starting to feel safe about your finances, but holding on some older habits about finances. There's something like you're in between. You're on the verge of something here, which I love to see in someone's energy because I can tune into your name. You're kind of in this dance of accepting the current situation that's coming in, which is a good situation, and also letting go of old thinking about finances. You're like right in the middle, and it might be hard. It's almost like trying to jump a chasm that feels like this big. I can't, you won't see me on camera if I do this, but baby steps. Let me just pull a card for that, for creator, the great spirit. Yeah. Again, call on the great spirit to help you with this, to help you to let go of old beliefs about finances, and also to embrace the steps that you need to take in front of you in order to help you with your financial stability. I feel like you've done some work on this. Give yourself the credit for what you've done so far. You've got a little bit more to go here, but just know that it's coming. There's more financial stability coming for you. What do you have, Elias?
I pulled a card for her, and it's interesting exactly what Laura just said. Snake spirit. So even though that this is time to heal, a snake sheds its skin. So think about what doesn't serve you any longer. What old attachments do you have with finances? What old tapes do you say? And you shed the skin. And here's a beautiful thing about snakes. Even though that they shed the skin still, it remains whole. So as they're moving through, you are still whole person. You still are regarding and loving self. Not that you have to change completely. It's changing the way that you think around finances. I hope that helps.
Yeah, obviously, and make sure you give yourself some grace around that, because it's like it feels somewhat like 2 steps forward, 1 step back. So make it frustrating because you're going to feel like I'm taking all these steps to get more financially stable, but I feel like I'm losing ground. Give yourself that grace and offer yourself that pat on the back for when those steps you do take forward, and just know it's all going to add up eventually. Okay.
Love it. Love
okay.
it. Carson says an animal card for who would like to work with me for this next week's work with animal spirits. So curious. Okay. So who would like to work? Whoops. All right. That's a whoops. Hang on. This whoops card. The whoops card. You've got the whoops animal spirit. That's
which would that be?
Interesting.
Ooh. And we got even a sound effect to go with
Yes,
it.
I forgot to turn off my phone. Isn't that nice? Okay. So, eagle spirit,
Oh,
eagle spirit. Eagle has your back. So
nice.
remember, eagles are always able to focus on, even if something is so far away, they can really tune into it. So what is drawn, where does your focus need to be drawn towards or to or what? So think about that. Think about that. Okay.
Mhm. Okay.
Just curious.
All right. So who would like, let's see. Chris is asking about love.
Okay, there we go.
Okay. Still there? Oh, we're still on. I thought I lost the internet. I'm
No,
like, oh
no,
my gosh.
you're good. You're
So
good.
I pulled a card for you, Chris. Cedar sacred medicine protection. So I'm going to go on this keyword here, protection. All right. Now, it doesn't mean you have to like, that you have to be afraid of love or connecting in that way. Um, the one thing that sometimes we go through things in life that we doesn't seem related, but they actually are. What I'm kind of picking up around this is kind of look more at your personal relationships first rather than love. Okay, because this is going to create a circle beyond into the love situation. Okay, so this might be indicating that you need to look at some of the connections around you now personally. It doesn't have to be a love connection. Where is it that you need to set some boundaries um, and not have to apologize for it? Sometimes, and it may mean that you need to, in order to have a healthy relationship, a healthy love relationship, that maybe healthy boundaries needs to be practiced with what your current situation is right now around you, and knowing that when you have that in place and you get a good sense of that for yourself and practice with that, that it will help you with the right relationship, the healthy relationship going in, a love relationship. So I hope that makes sense. What do you have, Elias?
Well, this is interesting. Nightingale spirit. Love is all around.
Mm,
So bouncing off of what Laura said, think about the love comes from within. So are you being honored the way that you love? The way that you're putting out the love, are you getting that same love back? And if you're not, then like Laura said, what are the boundaries around love? What is it that you need, and set those expectations to sing like a nightingale, sing
mhm.
those expectations, communicate them. So that's great.
Very good.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right.
Um,
So,
couple people said I like a card. I like a card. Guys, this is great, but it really helps both of us if you really key into what you want, the question that you have.
right.
So let's see. Susan says, wow, nailed it again. Thank you.
Great.
Um, thank you, Susan. And Carson says, Scorpio rising, which is the eagle, which is the phoenix. Oh my God, Scorpio is my rising. Love it.
Wonderful.
Oh my God, you were both amazing.
So
Thank
that
you.
makes sense, Chris. I'm hoping the information that came through for you. Okay, good.
Excellent.
Great. Christine,
Christine asking
asking
about work and
about
finance.
finances.
Right.
Okay, Chris. Oh, Chris says I'm working on boundaries constantly. Okay. So yeah, 'cause it just carries over into the love relationship. If you don't have a good boundaries around you. It doesn't mean to become like the live wire and just like get away from me. It's not like that. It's knowing when to say no, knowing when to say yes, when to, if people are just respectful, not just accepting it and passing it off is just a bad day for them, but creating some boundaries. There might be some situations in your life that there must be a reason why I'm saying that. So hopefully
Right.
that makes sense. Um, okay, so Christine, let's look at your work and finances. Um, Christine. Gosh, she's very, hmm, wow. Just looking at her name, I'm just getting some information about that. Well, she's got a lot of pink around her. Um, Very interesting, very compassionate person. Okay. Oh, well, this is good. All right, work and finance is interesting. So I'm assuming that might be because you're asking those two things together. The card that I pulled from this deck, again, for anybody who's came in late, Wisdom of the Elders Oracle deck, air, breath and mindfulness. Breath and mindfulness. So kind of going, in piggybacking on the earlier message, about honoring what the work you've done so far and what you're accomplishing now, and knowing that, as you take steps, you're moving forward. So with work and finances, I sense that you've been sort of working on it as well, that you're taking steps to go in a certain situation to improve the situation. But this is a reminder, as you're taking the action steps to make these things better for yourself, is to breathe and be mindful and recognize being gentle with yourself and being mindful of what you do for yourself. Because if you take care of yourself, your work and your finances will take care of you. Okay, that's the energy you're putting out. If you're taking care of yourself, you're going to be honored by your finances as well. I can go a little bit more on that, but I want to see what Elias says first.
So interesting. I thought I was pulling a card, and then when I pulled it, two cards came up. So this is fascinating. The koi fish, there's always enough. And I love this card. This is
gorgeous.
Reclaim your power.
Yeah, isn't that a nice segue?
Guys, you guys can't make this up. You really can't. So
mindfulness. Yeah.
Think about how all this relates to each other. All of it relates to each other. So what are you about work and finances? If we keep on focusing on, I hate my job, I hate my job, I hate my job, I hate my job, guess what's going to keep on happening? And if you start saying, I'm grateful for this job, I'm looking forward to something better than this, bring this to me. So along with that is the financial piece. So reclaim your power with that.
Yeah.
Reclaim it.
It's funny. I don't feel like, I feel like Christine, I don't know if you're employed right now. I'm assuming you are. But I'm curious. I don't see you moving with your work very much right now. I don't see a lot of movement with work, meaning a change at all. But I'm just to piggyback on what Elias was saying about, okay, what is it that you love about your work now? Even if you want to change, look at what you actually do enjoy about your work. Okay. And what that will do is it'll bring in other opportunities, perhaps for work that you actually enjoy even more, or is a better situation for you. Mm-hmm. So sometimes it's hard to do, especially if something's really frustrating with a work environment or something like that. But by focusing on what is working, will invite in another situation, which is even better. This or something better. This or something better. That's like my mantra, and it's worked out really well for me. It's a good place as a reminder of gratitude. Gratitude is a magnet. It's not to gaslight yourself either. That's a whole other topic we could talk about. Like, we can totally gaslight ourselves. It's like, oh, I love my job. Oh, I hate my job. I love my job. No, and you're being disrespected. But that's not what I'm talking about. It's like there's always some aspect of every situation even the smallest thing is to be grateful for that.
And like Laura says, you guys, think about, and I've said this on lives before, think about when you find a penny and you pick it up. First of all, say thank you. So the gratitude piece. And then what else is possible? How can it get better than this? And see what happens. Just see what happens. All right. We have time for one more. Should we do, this is, okay. So I'm working on boundaries constantly. Yes. Okay. Thank you. Employed, things are just stagnant.
Yeah, it feels stagnant. And yeah, I think there'll be some movement. It feels like it's going to be, remember, I'm just reading the energy today. That's anytime a reader is reading you, it's the energy that's happening today and the trajectory that people are on. I feel like several months still. I'm sorry to say that, but it feels like a good 6 months or so. So this would be the time to sort of look at what do you feel happy about with your work, and focus on that until something moves. And it doesn't feel like there's anything that you're not doing or there's something you should be doing. It's just sort of, I always call this a treading water stage, where you just kind of have to, like, okay, where am I at? What am I doing? Just treading water. But it's and you just have to wait for the right opportunity to open up, and it's just not there just yet. Okay.
You guys are great. Oh, thanks, Michelle. Thanks.
Thanks,
Um,
Michelle.
I'm going to pronounce your name incorrectly, so pardon me. I don't know if it's um, Ishika or Ishika or
Pretty name.
Ishika, but it's really a pretty name. So,
Just
yeah.
job hunting. Okay, let's look at that. Hmm.
Buffalo Spirit. The abundant universe will provide. So, this is very straightforward. So, really putting out there, and what I'm hearing is you telling people about the job that you want. So this is a lot of networking, really networking with this in regard to this job looking, I like to call it. But for your job looking, you are networking a lot. So that is something that you want to consider. Laura?
Ishika. Okay.
Ishika.
Ishika. She
Good.
did it phonetically. Thank you. Ishika, what we've got for you is I have spring, new beginnings. Yes. So 21 reduces to 3. Now 3 to me, when I see 3 is like it's what you're focusing on and what you're working towards, plus yourself, plus an extra piece of help here, which is it could indicate networking, just like we mentioned already. But I have a good feeling that you've got I feel like if you haven't had opportunities come up yet or to open up for you, I almost feel like 2 or 3 are going to come up at the same time or in a very short time frame, unless you've already had that already. But I just feel like a grouping of like 2 or 3 opportunities opening up at once. Like when it rains, it pours, right? So I do feel the opportunity swirling all around you. And I do believe you're going to probably be, I think in the next couple of months, at the very least, that it's going to be some movement with that. I feel very positive about it. That makes sense, Elias? Is that what
Yeah,
you're receiving too? Good.
that makes sense. So you guys were on every Monday at this time. We try and get at least 20 minutes in. Sometimes we go over. So join us. Laura, do you have real quick? Do you have anything coming up?
I do. I have a class next month. This registration isn't quite open yet. It will be open this week for a mediumship introductory class. So if you're interested in mediumship and learning more, it's online. It's a Saturday morning, 10 o'clock Eastern time. And more information we'll share out as soon as registration is open.
Excellent.
And the date and everything is in March.
It's in March. And then Laura's going to be on February 29th in the brand spanking new Intuitive Circle group. So
Hey, I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be so much fun.
it's going to be a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. We're limiting the class to 30 people. So there are, I think, a couple spots left. So I'm excited. All right, guys. Thank you all for being here. You're welcome. Welcome. Sherry says, thank you both. I didn't ask for a reading, but I actually got a lot from hearing other people. See, and that's the important piece.
There's a reason why you're listening today. Yep.
So true. Thank you. And Ishika says, that's great. Thank you. It's been a little stagnant for a bit. Okay. Awesome.
Yeah, it'll pick up soon, very soon.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you so much for
being
here.
See you next week. Have a great week. All right.
Week, everyone.
Take care, everyone. Bye.